NFL world, sports world, in a tizzy, in a frenzy, if you will, right? Bill, Mr. Check, Mr. Belichick, not a first ballot Hall of Famer. And I think there could be a million reasons why he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, and none of them are credible reasons.
No, the reason.
He's done too much. His resume is too stacked. His resume is too long for him not to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But
buttery, steak too juicy.
I beg your pardon.
My lobster's too buttery. My steak is too juicy.
Yeah.
See,
I missed it. I'm not there.
Right.
But no, thoughts on him missing out. And then also for me, kind of like I said at the beginning, I wasn't as familiar with like the eligibility for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So I do know that players have to be retired for 5 years, coaches have to be removed for 1. I kind of understand the process of the selection, committee and how it's broken down from 50 to the 25 to 15, 10, 7, thereon. Therefore, it's a small number that gets in each year. Classes are small. I get that. But what I can tell you is when I look at a resume, coach or player, and it's this extensive, it just doesn't make sense how they're not first ballot, first opportunity. And I think we all can, maybe understand what's behind him not getting this first ballot, nomination. But
are you rocking with me on that theory?
The theory from what? The controversies being the reason? It being the political reason why he's not getting it?
Like political how? Like they're playing politics as in, his image currently and
I think less about image currently and more about some of the blemishes in his legacy.
His performance after Brady left.
Deflategate.
Yes.
Cheating.
Yes. Deflategate and Spygate, I think, are absolutely. I mean, it's the only thing that kind of logically makes sense from a standpoint of saying, yes, you have this great resume, but because you have these like 2 like major themes that like, albeit you maybe beat the case, so to say, like they're still very much there. They're still branded in the mind of sports fan and just in sports lore in general. But is that enough? And should that be enough to stop somebody from being first ballot? Because I don't think the question is whether he'll get into the hall at some point. I'd like to think that he will, but him not getting in first ballot feels like it's something that's more political and kind of this is like your punishment, so to say. You have to wait a little bit. I don't know if y'all agree with that. That was my reaction and kind of takeaway, and I feel like a lot of people in the sports world felt the same.
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's a coincidence that after this news breaks, Shefty breaks the news that some voters were released because they violated the bylaws.
Didn't see that update.
Yeah, so that's not coincidental.
That'll do it.
I'll just leave it there. I don't know much more than that, but I do feel like that's related.
I thought it was because he was like dirty dancing in the sand, taking photos. I thought it was that. That's what I was leaning into.
Because his girlfriend's 24.
That's what I was leaning into. I thought we got him for, being Leo DiCaprio, part 85. How old is he now?
Hey, man.
I thought he was just getting his public,
Stop bringing people personal lives.
It's part of the story. I thought that's what we were. I don't think you're on the same page as me. I was like, damn. I was like, Steve's with me.
There it is.
So we got one.
I can't think of a time Steve was with you.
I was so close. But so far.
Tyler, a sensical, opinion, please.
I thought you were back cutting. You flared.
Man, the only word that comes to mind is petty. I mean, I don't feel bad for Belichick in the slightest. I mean, he's gonna get in. He'll probably get in next year. But it is just like it is completely petty. Like you said, you just look at any other coaches in the Hall of Fame right now. No one's gonna stack up. Whole career assistant, head coach, or otherwise. Like it's silly to me. It feels like some like high school sort of drama sort of thing. Just like you were mean or you didn't go about it the way that we liked it every time. So we're gonna punish you this way, which I don't know. It's silly. Like I said, he'll be there, but he should have been a first ballot. I mean, no doubt.
Yeah, it's not surprising, and it's something I maybe will have to watch, or maybe I would have to look back at like other Hall of Fame classes. Like I know I don't want to say it's more exclusive than other Hall of Fames, but I just feel like there's a lot more that goes into it for football, and it seemed like it's a much more rigorous critique than in other sports. I guess the only one I can compare it to is basketball based off my knowledge. I don't know that much about like the baseball Hall of Fame to be able to speak to that. And I mean, there's a larger conversation around like, how do you critique and define resumes based off value or worth as it relates to getting into the hall, if that's supposed to be a one of one, type of thing. But yeah, Belichick just felt like I don't think most people know football without being able to attach Belichick, the Patriots, Brady, like all those things are synonymous. So for all those that try to say, oh, he had Brady, Brady had Belichick. Like I don't think you can separate, those two. So I think for somebody who is as ingrained in football in general as a sport as he is, this should have been easy. There should probably be some executive decision to overturn this, even though that probably won't happen. But again, like Tyler said, I'm not rooting for Belichick here. I don't really care, like, me personally. But still don't think it's right that they being petty toward the man. Yeah, like you said, high school BS. Gotta go. Supposed to be grown, right? Football's supposed to be a grown man game. So I thought. I digress.